Am I addicted to money stress? Welcome to day 28 in our 30-day Unlock Money Magic Adventure specifically made for women. Today we're going to touch on the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. I am a huge fan of his work. I've been to a number of live retreats and I can truly say they've been life-changing for me. So I wanted to make sure that I bring in some of his teachings into this adventure. So today we're focusing on money stress. Dr. Joe teaches that the more we feel the same feeling in our body, in our example stress, the more our body gets addicted to these chemicals, the hormones, and we keep creating situations that feel the same way. So we literally become addicted to the hormones of stress. Our body is craving situations to feel stressed. Now, if you take this back to the other aspect we've talked about in the past, our brain prefers the familiar, because when something is familiar, our brain knows how to react, how to predict what's going to happen, and how to keep us safe. So if we are used to feeling stressed, our brain prefers us to stay stressed because that is what's familiar. And our body is craving the chemicals on the hormones of stress. Well, is it any wonder why we keep stressing over money? It's actually something that's in our biology. But the good news is that we can obviously change it. So today we want to look at where in our body are we used to the addiction to stressing about money and how we can change that. So in Dr. Joe's work, it's about becoming aware of our patterns and stopping ourselves and making a choice, like, do I want to keep feeling this way, or do I want something else? Do I want this in my future? And that's essentially the same thing we do with tapping, right? The awareness is huge. You want to catch yourself when you stress about money again. But instead of using meditation like Dr. Joe does in this adventure, we're using tapping. So we do want to catch ourselves and then start tapping. But right now I want to do a general a few rounds of tapping about the idea of, am I addicted to stressing about money? So if you feel comfortable to do so, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out, and feel how familiar it feels in your body to stress about money, how normal that is. And on a scale from 0 to 10, how normal is it for you to stress about money? 0 is like, well, that's not normal at all. And 10 is, yeah, I stress about money all the time. So rate it on a scale from 0 to 10 and feel into where you feel that in your body. And then when you're ready, we're going to start tapping on the side of the hand. And we always start with the negative or the truth of how we feel, so we can tap it out of our nervous system, and then we turn it around into the positive, empowering statements. So deep breath in and out. And we'll just use the statement, I am addicted to stressing about money. Side of the hand. Even though I am addicted to stressing about money, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am so used to stressing about money, and in fact, it's happening automatically without me even noticing. I choose to create awareness now so I can exit the cycle. Even though I have trained my body to stress about money, and I didn't even realize I did that, I choose to forgive myself now and choose a different path. Stop tapping on the karate chop, take a deep breath in and out. Tune back into this, I'm addicted to stressing about money. And then tap on the top of the head. I'm addicted to stress about money. Eyebrow. I'm so used to stressing about money. Set of the eye. It feels so familiar to be stressed about money. Under your eye. It's so normal for me to stress about money. Under your nose. Well, it's not any wonder because there's just never enough money. Chin crease. Of course I'm stressed about money. And it makes sense to stress about money. Collarbone. If anybody else were in my situation, they'd be stressed too. Under your arm. Never thought of it as an addiction to stress. Top of the head and then tap through the points at your own pace. My body is used to the chemicals of stress. Maybe that's true. Maybe I am addicted to the hormones of stress. I don't like the word addiction. I don't like this whole idea. I can feel the resistance in my body. The resistance to being addicted to stressing about money. Addiction is such a harsh word. But it's true that I'm stressing all the time. And I wonder why I stress all the time. Because I don't want to stress. But there are so many reasons to stress about money. There are so many reasons to stress about money. And just for a moment, I'm willing to feel what that stress feels like in my body. And if it's really strong, I don't have to dive all the way deep into it. I'm just going to feel a little bit of it. This familiar stress in my body. Stressing about money. Feels like it's been like this forever. Actually, ever since I was a child. There's always a reason to stress about money. Even when I have plenty, I stress about it. When I didn't have any money, I stressed about being broke. When I had more money, I was stressing about losing it. Maybe there's something to it. Addicted to being stressed about money. And this is not my conscious choice. It's just biology. And the good news is, with my awareness, I can now shift this. Maybe I wasn't aware that there's such a thing as being addicted to the hormones of stress. And now I know, and now I can change it. My brain is actually programmed to keep me in familiar feelings because that's how it keeps me safe. And I appreciate that my brain is trying to keep me safe. And now I'm teaching my brain a new story. In fact, I'm teaching my body a new story. My new story is going to be that I can be addicted to the hormones of calm, peace, and balance. Because if I can get addicted to the hormones of stress, I can get addicted to any kind of good feeling hormones as well. And right now I'm going to make that shift. I am so open to changing this. And I'm changing it by becoming aware when I'm stressing about money. And from now on, when I notice that, I'm going to celebrate that I noticed that. There's not going to be any judgment. I'm going to celebrate when I catch myself. And then I just might do one little tapping round. And it can be something like, even though I'm noticing that I'm stressing about money, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. And I'm releasing the stress about money. Releasing stressing about money. Releasing this old familiar feeling of being stressed about money. I'm making a different choice now. I'm releasing this feeling of being stressed. And I'm teaching my nervous system that I can react to money any way I choose to, including feeling at peace. And as I catch myself in the future, I'm just going to say statements like that. Just one little round will be enough. I'm actually in the driver's seat here. I'm not a victim. I am the creator of my life. And every time I catch myself, I'm going to be excited. I'm going to do a quick tapping round. I'm going to forgive myself for stressing over money. And I'm claiming my new story. I choose to rewire my nervous system. I choose to rewire the new normal. The new normal and familiar in my body is going to be feeling calm and peaceful about money. And it's totally okay if that doesn't feel like it immediately. I take my time. I just catch myself and tap. And I let myself be pleasantly surprised if it shifts quickly. I am worth feeling peaceful around money. I'm ready to catch myself, celebrate, and rewire my system in the moment. I am so excited that I'm making this commitment and I am sticking to it. Stop tapping, take a deep breath in and out. And feel into your body. What does it feel like? Can you feel that shift already? Originally it was like I'm addicted to stressing about money. Can you feel that opening and that shift? Can you feel how you relax a little bit already? And most importantly, can you feel that you are in the driver's seat? You're not a victim. you can change this pattern in your body. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And what if you did that? Just, try it for the next week or so. When you catch yourself worrying about a bill or worrying about anything that has to do with money, and you catch yourself, go, yes, I caught myself. Celebrate it, be excited, and just do one quick tapping round. And if you don't know what words to say, then all you need to do is tap to the points and say, this feeling, I'm letting it go. This feeling. It's really super easy. It's such a forgiving process. You can not do this wrong. It's going to work. All right, that was our tapping for day 28. As always, get out your tracker. Track your unexpected income, magic, miracles, and blessings. Make sure you're subscribed. You have your notifications turned on. Invite a friend to do this with you. And with that, thank you for tapping with me. And I see you tomorrow.